Whereas in today's society, we're taught to always give an immediate response and a reaction to everything, and it takes away from the value of recognizing the power in the practicing of the pause, that before I speak, I'm going to pause. Before I react, I'm going to pause. I'm going to get an understanding before I say something that I expect to be understood. That there's power in making sure that I put something, wisdom, at the beginning of a thought before it comes out of my mouth or before it comes through my reaction and my response. Over in Psalm 119, the wicked and the envious, they were trying to take away David's good name. But in verse 66, his prayer was, God, give me wise and sound, or wise and good judgment. The Message Bible says, train me in good common sense. Now, we know that sense is not common, but perhaps maybe possibly today and going forward in this week and the decisions that we need to make, that we're going to set it as our resolve that, listen, I'm going to practice the pause. I'm going to get an understanding of what the will of God is and what God wants me to do before I respond to everything, even when people are trying to take away my good name. They cannot do whatever they want with my good name. They will try, but I am not going to give an immediate response, an immediate reaction to what people say and what people do. Why? Because sometimes, and I think that what society wants to tell us is that if you do not respond and if you do not immediately react, that your silence is proof of guilt, which is not the case. Oftentimes what we have to make the norm is that silence is not always proof and evidence of guilt. Silence oftentimes is proof and evidence of wisdom. David said, listen, God, even if I need to sit here in silence, I will do that. Train me in good common sense. Whatever you want me to do, that's what I will do. And I do believe that if we make that the norm in our lives, and if we start to practice the pause and observe and learn instead of just immediately responding, I believe that wisdom, we can hear wisdom whispering, if you enact me in your behavior, I will enact vindication in my works. So make sure that you are adding to the silence and that you are really operating from a place of wisdom when we do respond, because sometimes it doesn't take the immediate reaction. But I do think that if that answers your